we are back again. We're doing quite well. I am pumping through this really fast. As you can see, there's like literally no editing. There is almost nothing to these videos because I have such little time. And then, as I said, I have to get the stuff up for sale. So we have a Gundam in a Chinese issued box. Looks to be legit. But overall, Gundam's great. We all grew up with Gundam Wing. But I'm not like a Gundam collector. The action figures were neat. The kits are neat. Gunpla is great. I just can't begin to fathom the idea of collecting Gundam. Like, I don't have a 30,000 square foot house. So this box is from the classic Evan story, which I'll get to at some point. I literally did pay 75 cents for this. Probably got a little yellowed under my tutelage, but the box was never this bad. Oh my God, what happened to you, man? So it is dead stock, but for a collection piece, this is terrible. And I'd rather get like the $50 out of that from a guy who's literally just going to open it up. But we have to talk about something extremely serious. I think that the world needs to literally put down your phone, put down the weapons of war, and we need to talk about spookus. It is spookus. Oma langsam, wunderbar. This will never die out in the back of my brain. The German Ghostbusters, a spookus. These are the haunted humans, but in Germany, they just had to go crazy. And again, I love this stuff. When you get back to the back of the card. So the back of the card is just amazing. They have the regular English names. Oh, no, wait. Peter Pickle. No, I'm sorry. Joe Scaletti. Yay. Peter Pickle. Yay. Gary Grossman. Oma Langshan. Jimmy Mugubrash. I have no idea. I'm pulling out of my ass at this point. Oh, God, I love these. So, yeah, I regret selling a 2-up hard copy of Granny Gross for literally nothing. But that was of that time where it was like, I had to get the money. It comes in. Got to let it go. Got to let it go. And you can't ask full price because if you need to get it gone, you got to ask a lower price. So these are badass. These are the Banpresto Crane Claw Machine exclusives. They're just the statues that they did for all the DBZ are just gorgeous. I'm not joking with you guys. If you have any of these in your collection, people used to pay those huge money for those Diamond Marvel statues. I remember the Emma Frost dropping her cape statue from Diamond. A beautiful sculpt, but the paint job was just terrible. And then we've moved on from that point in time now to just statues being 3D printed, let alone like they cast in plastic with the beautiful details. I'm going a long rant about that later, but not about now. So Machine Robo, the mouse got to that a long time ago with the candy. I'll think about that. Ghost in the Shell. I like my Ghost in the Shell. It's such a well done series, but same thing. Like I always refer to it as, do you need 20 different Optimus Primes of the same Optimus Prime? No. So that can go. I like these for what the concept was. I only bought like 1 or 2 or 3 of these. And you know what? It's the reason why we're going through this stuff. It's things that you bought a few years back or longer. And it was neat. And you had the space, you had the money, and you had the time. But now I'm not going to sit there and play with these. I'm not going to collect these. They are funky doodles for sure. They weren't as gorgeous as I thought they would be as the front showed. But yeah, you can just find you a proper home. We have, Fraulein was really nice. I can get rid of her. I forgot her name already. But from Eureka, that was the better character. That's just stuff I can let go of. Absolutely. I still have a soft spot for a lot of these crane machines, Evangelion craziness. So we're going to hold on to a couple of these silly things. That was from the material for the ceiling of the attic. So in Japan, the final series of Beetleborgs, which are the top 4 actually right there, they're pretty common. Nobody gives a rat's butt. So in America, we were getting $65, $75 each for these, and that's the royal we. And I go to Japan, I don't think there's a tag on this one, but they'd be $5 each, $2 each. Nobody cared about these. And there you go. Just multiples. So yeah, I can let those stay. he can go. And we have a little Zoid sticker down there. And lots of crazy Gasha stuff we'll deal with. That was from Demon's Chronicle 11. Hell fucking yeah. That's half a tub. That's solid. That's not going to be huge money. That'd be like 100 and a quarter, 150, but that's great. And we'll just keep under this. And we'll, as long as the balance is going to be over 50-50, selling 50 and keeping 50%, we're off to a great start. Because if I choose to go through this stuff again, it'll be a hell of a lot fucking faster. We are with more Japanese. To give you guys an idea, I would go to Japan probably twice a year for more than a decade. It was just a fun, glorious spending spree. I would spend almost a month at times in Japan, taking the Shinkansen from sometime Utsunomiya to the Mandarake there, which is never the best Mandarake, but once the blue moon, it has something. But I usually go to Osaka, Nagoya, Fukuoka, and just buy. Your brain literally just becomes like a lizard brain. And you're like, this is neat, I'll buy it. This is because you have the money, you have the time, as I was mentioning earlier. And I just started buying anything that was cool because it was just so cheap. And then the shipping back, I mean, it wasn't a problem. So lots of neat stuff. Microman series. I do like Microman. Most of these are not going to have mega value now. I mean, you could probably pick these up in Mandarake or any other store even for $10 each to this day. Still really cool. I liked a couple of them, but because it was just fun, cheap, and you throw them all in a big box and ship them out. But at this point, like, you know, that's fine. I can let that one go. I can let this guy go. He's pretty funky. Oh my God, the whole box. He's pretty cool. But again, if just specific like samples I want to keep. So that's okay to let these guys. Oh my God, these cute little Zoids. See, this is the thing. I kept bumping into like all this fun, nifty stuff. And of course, you have like a lizard brain, as I was mentioning earlier, where you have a vintage toy collector brain. And you're like, well, I don't know if I'll ever see this stuff again. So I just started buying it all up. And that's where I went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Just, you know, you're like, oh, there's a series of Mugen Machine Robo, I'll buy that. Power Rangers and non-Power Rangers Sentais. These like $3 each, and they're literally $2 each. And this stuff would just be everywhere, and that's the thing. It still is everywhere to this day. So this person, I can get rid of that one. That's a pretty good start right there, to be honest with you. These are a Tomika Rescue line, and I think they're pretty cool. I have a couple other odds and ends pieces. The only action figures they made are these soft Fubies right here. But same thing, like, do you need them? Like, not so much. I think there was one or two more on the other side. You guys can go. Is that duplicate? So we got a lot of candy toys here now. So we have the Machine Robo I can't even pronounce his name. I'm so tired. Mugabine kits. Are these Mugabine? Oh my God, what am I even smoking? Are these even anything? Okay, let's go to this side. So this is more funky stuff. Here's just random robot combiner things that I think are just amazing and fun to have. They're nothing serious, but I mean, like, these are the point where it takes up such little room, and I'm not going to get much money out of these things, to be honest with you. But I like this funky stuff. So I'm going to hold on to a lot of it just because of the position we're in. Mass Rider, same thing. I would probably walk into a store and this was like $1. I mean, at times, some of these stores are just blowing stuff out. And it was neat. It was just fun to have. But as for Mass Rider, like, I like my Power Rangers, but same thing. Mass Rider, I am not a super passionate individual, though I do think a lot of this stuff is fantastic, but it can go. So here's Mugen Machine Robo. That is super sweet. And that's probably the combiner, yeah, of all the characters. So that's a super awesome set to have. I've got, I think the whole set. 2, 3, 4. There should be 5. Well, maybe another box. Show us how smart I am, right, guys? Dual Knights. And again, like, no one is paying money for this stuff. So there's not really a reason to stand up and get rid of it. I double check to see if I have any duplicates. 3, 4. These are probably going to be 1, 2. Yeah, at least I planned out that one correctly. So remember, guys, for these sets, they all have the number showing in that little hole there. You can see it, the 2, which corresponds to the side of the box. You know what you're getting. No blind boxes. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this line, oh my God, my brain's farting out. So Takara put huge money into these interactive figures that linked up, and I'm really hungry and I'm really tired right now, so the name escapes me for the moment. But the whole line failed, and a lot of these are very common to find. This guy was uncommon. He was towards the tail end. I don't think anyone's paying bucks for him, but that has a really sweet design. So he's a keeper. I don't care what you say. And I only bought a couple samples of these. The main hero is Alex. This was very popular for quite some time from Bandai. 2007. Jesus, I remember these being in the store. How time is flying. Please stop. So I bought 1 or 2. They were just really neat designs. And look at that. Go Hyakuen. I paid literally $5 for it. How could I say no? That's the reason why I bought it. I mean, retail probably was Nisen Go Hyakuen. So that is solid stuff. So that's it for this box. Oh, here are the Mugabine. Yep, they are T-Rex and the Mammoth. I'm not a big fan of these, but I'll just have a couple samples. But not a 50-50 box here, but let's keep rolling.